and all other supporting departments in the ministry. I recognize also that there are some some embedded, let me say rather, consultants who are working along with the ministry. I would also like to recognize our most valued partner here today with us, the St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank. And he's represented in the person of Mr. Anthony Galloway, along with a staff, Ms. Solomon, who is here to support. The support of the Taiwanese, they're here with us today in the person of Joyce. Joyce is one of us now, right? She doesn't seem to want to return to Taiwan. I also recognize some visiting consultants who are with us from the GTI. Thank you for coming and learning what we are doing here today. Any environmental advocates amongst us, we welcome you. I understand that we expect some student ambassadors. They're on their way, and we welcome you. Members of the media, thank you for being here with us today. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the launch of the activities in observance of World Environment Day. Each year, the Ministry of Environment, Climate Action, and Constituency Empowerment, it may not have been that description before, but each year, led by the Ministry of Environment, they join a global movement that reminds us of our collective responsibility to protect, preserve, and restore the natural environment upon which all life depends. And I pause here to examine all life. We need land because we need shelter, we need food, we need water. That is life. All the animals and insects on the land, the animals need the land, they need the water, and we also need them. So our lives are interdependent. And today we paused intentionally to reflect on the state of the environment and, more importantly, on the actions we must take to ensure a sustainable future for generations to come. It is a call to action. To learn more about this, though, these activities, I now invite Mr. Darion Edme to deliver the welcome remarks.
Thank you, Ms. Fatan, and to the CEO, National Bank, my other directors in the ministry, Dr. Francis from Climate Action Unit, Mrs. Sahira Joseph from the Constituency Empowerment. Also recognize and must acknowledge other members, such as the staff of the Department of Environment and also those who represents the ministry. It is a pleasure to welcome you to all this morning to this Environmental Month launch 2026. Today marks the beginning of a series of activities aimed at raising awareness, encouraging action, and strengthening our collective commitment to protecting and preserving the environment of St. Kitts and Nevis for present and future generations. Environment Month provides us with an important opportunity to reflect on the progress we have made, recognize the challenges that remain, and reaffirm our shared responsibility to safeguard our natural resources. As a small island developing state, our environment is directly linked to our health, livelihood, food security, tourism industry, and overall quality of life. The actions we take today will determine the resilience and sustainability of our needs tomorrow. This year's observance under the theme Climate Action, and you can see it at the front, Climate Action for Environment, for Empowerment, Togetherness. And if I'm not saying it right, you can read it right there. This year's observance is made possible through the kind support and collaboration of many of our stakeholders. And I would like to take the opportunity to express sincere gratitude to all of our partners to continue to work alongside the ministry in advancing environmental stewardship throughout the Federation. In particular, I wish to extend special thanks to the St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank for its generous sponsorship and unwavering commitment to environmental sustainability. Corporate sponsorships such as this demonstrate that protection of our environment is not solely the responsibility of the government, but a shared effort requiring the involvement of the private sector, civil society, communities, and individuals. National Bank support for Environment Month is an investment in a cleaner, greener, and more sustainable future for St. Kitts and Nevis. Your contribution would enable us to engage more citizens, especially our youth, in activities that promote environmental awareness, conservation, and climate resilience. We are deeply appreciative of your partnership and your recognition of the importance of environment protection to our nation's development. As we launch this year's activities, I encourage everyone to participate fully, whether through community cleanups, environmental programs, tree planting initiatives, conservation projects, or simply by adopting more sustainable practices in our daily lives. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to a healthier environment. Together, we can continue building a nation that values and protects its natural heritage while creating opportunities for sustainable growth and development. Thank you to all our partners, volunteers, stakeholders, and especially National Bank for helping to make Environment Month 2026 a success. On behalf of the Ministry of Environment, Climate Action, and Constituency Empowerment, and also the Minister and the Permanent Secretary who were not able to be with us here today because of traveling duties, we express great gratitude for your contribution. And to everyone, we say a happy World Environment Day as we progress to our Environment Month of activities. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edmeade, for framing why we are here today. And I want to continue to emphasize that no government can control our stewardship. He mentioned our environmental stewardship. The government would lead and the government would facilitate, but it requires collaboration across sectors. And we are excited that National Bank has made such a commitment to us and in advancing environmental action and sustainable development. So let us welcome Mr. Anthony Galloway, the Chief Executive Officer, to the podium, and we want him to cement this commitment.
Masters of Ceremony, Michelle Nathan, Director Environment, Darian Edmeade, Director Climate Action, Dr. Derek L. Francis, Director Constituency Empowerment, Ms. Sahara Rich Joseph, and senior government officials, distinguished officials of the Ministry of Environment, Climate Action, and Constituency Empowerment, esteemed colleagues, partners, guests, members of the media, and the people of St. Kitts and Nevis who make all this worthwhile. Good morning and welcome. Today is World Environment Day, a day when the world pauses to reflect on the planet we share, the choices we make, and the legacy we leave behind. And it is fitting that on this very day, St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank stands proudly before you as the official sustainability partner for Environment Month 2026. This title is more than recognition. It is a firm commitment, one that goes well beyond a logo and a banner, or a name on an initiative. As a locally owned financial institution, National Bank recognizes that protecting the environment is not simply a government priority. It is a shared responsibility. This partnership is a natural extension of who we are and what we believe in. It positions National Bank alongside the ministry to advance our federation's sustainability position and support the 7 pillars of the Sustainable Island State Agenda. This agenda charts the course towards a resilient, self-sufficient St. Kitts and Nevis by 2040. And let me be clear, we will be present. We will be here on the ground in the community throughout the month of June. And as active participants in this mission, and we, when I say we, I mean we. I mean all of us. Our staff across every branch and department have stepped forward, volunteering their time, their energy, and their commitment to be present at activities throughout the Federation this month. Because for our people, this is not a simple and institutional position. It is a personal position. Therefore, you will see us standing alongside the ministry at every touch point, amplifying the message of sustainability, showing up where it matters, and demonstrating that National Bank's commitment to this federation extends far beyond our branch doors. For generations, National Bank has been more than a bank. We are woven into the fabric of this federation, into your homes, into your businesses, and the dreams of every Kittitian and Nevisian. The environment is not separate from that story. It is the story. It is the story of our blue waters, our beautiful beaches, our green hills, our coral reefs, and our coastlines, our sunshine, and our lovely trade winds. They are not merely beautiful backdrops. They are the very foundation upon which our country and economy, our tourism, our agriculture, our well-being are built. So when the ministry came to us, the answer was simply yes. Yes. Because you cannot bank on a future you have not helped to protect and create. Beyond our presence throughout Environmental Month, National Bank is proud to bring forward 2 financial offerings that speak directly to the sustainable needs of our people. First, we have an eco-friendly home loan. Whether you are installing solar panels, upgrading to energy-efficient systems, or investing in rainwater harvesting systems, National Bank has a financial solution designed to make those upgrades achievable. Creating a home that works with nature and not against it. Our second offering is a green vehicle loan. This product makes it easier for individuals and families to transition to electric and hybrid vehicles, enabling cleaner transportation that aligns the future direction of our federation. And I'll let you in on a little secret. For the past 2 years, I've actually been driving a hybrid vehicle, and it's amazing. People don't even hear something when the vehicle turns on. It's really beautiful. So these loan products are not merely products. They are instruments of change. And they are our answer to the question, what can a bank actually do for the environment? This is what we can do. We recognize that small islands like ours overly carry the burden of the global climate crisis, not of our making, but certainly ours to navigate. And that's why it matters when institutions step forward. And that is exactly why we are here today, not simply for June, but for the long journey towards 2040. To the Ministry of Environment, Climate, and Constituency Empowerment, thank you. Thank you for your leadership. And thank you for choosing the St. Kitts and Nevis National Bank as the partner you trust to walk alongside you on this journey. Rest assured, this partnership will extend well beyond the month of June. What begins here today at Independence Square is a foundation of an enduring commitment between 2 institutions, and most importantly, to the people of this beautiful federation. National Bank remains steadfast in our resolve to support every step of the journey toward a sustainable, resilient, and thriving St. Kitts and Nevis. Happy World Environment Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Galloway. And what are we going to remember from Mr. Galloway? They're here for the long journey. So we expect the partnership to continue, and not just to continue, but to be strengthened along the way. Miss Joseph, I think your hairstyle fooled me today. I did not that was you over there. My apologies. Yes, and let me also recognize the presence of P.S. Shesdo Tyson from the Ministry of Sustainable Development, the sister of this ministry. Very often they cannot work without each other. There goes another example of interdependence. Now, the minister, the Honorable Dr. Joya Clark, is not with us today, but we know her to be a minister who deeply appreciates how environment impacts us and how we impact the environment. Her commitment is stellar. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen to listen to the Honorable Dr. Joya Clark's message for World Environment Day.
Today, the international community comes together to commemorate World Environment Day under the theme Inspired by Nature for Climate Action for Our Future. For the Ministry of Environment, Climate Action and Constituency Empowerment, this observation is extra special because it occurs in the margins of our Environment Month, our month-long celebration of our environment and natural resources. This year, our theme is inspired by World Environment Days, but with our own personal twist to highlight all our unique paths that make our ministry and our mandate whole. Today and for the rest of the month, our focus is showcasing the meaningful work that all our departments, units, and subsidiary bodies put into ensure that St. Kitts and Nevis remains on top of the environmental game, aligned with our international obligations and thriving for our present and future generations. Protecting, conserving, and promoting the environment is no easy feat. And though the past 4 years have had their fair share of lessons, we faced each head on and transformed them into wins. So far, we have reformed our environmental culture through the passage of key environmental legislation, welcomed the world to our shores by hosting a massively successful Global Sustainable Islands Summit, strategically expanded both our engagement in and leadership of multilateral forums focused on environmental issues. We secured the vice presidency of the 8th United Nations Environmental Assembly and most recently assumed the presidency of the Escazú Agreement. Forged and nurtured lasting and meaningful partnerships, especially with our friend, the Republic of China Taiwan, and the Global Center for Climate Mobility. Enhanced our waste management capacity and dedicated time, attention, and resources to expanding our recycling and circularity capacity. Prioritized youth empowerment, not just in thought or word, but in action, policy, and participation. Showed you all the ways you can reimagine waste. Deepened our community connections and ensured that cleanups for our elderly and persons living with disabilities are a regular occurrence. We've consulted, engaged, discussed, listened, received feedback, and improved. Our ministry firmly believes that the environment is for everyone, and so our mandate, our actions, and your participation and cooperation are all connected. And so our successes are only as real as your support. This World Environment Day and Environment Month, we're calling on you to lead with that in mind, to be responsible and play your part to conserve, protect, and promote a clean, green St. Kitts and Nevis. From the Ministry of Environment, Climate Action and Constituency Empowerment, the Solid Waste Management Corporation, and the Parks and Beaches Unit, we wish you a clean, plastic-free, waste-free World Environment Day and Environment Month. Thank you.
Now, from the video, the minister is leading the ministry on all fronts, along with the army of officers behind her, internationally, locally, and in every action that we take here. And it has led to our national ambition, the Sustainable Island State Agenda, that we very often hear about. But what comes across are two things that I want you to leave with. Our very own responsibility, and it's collective, and that it is a journey. So we have started, we have to continue. That commitment must resonate and it must be powered. Now, connections are critical, and words alone do not always stir action. But how thoughts are expressed with a range of emotions inspire you. So the Department of Environment has produced a short film, Fall Back in Love with Nature. So I'm going to direct your attention once again to the screen, and let us see how we can fall back in love with nature.
By these days, it just feel like work, home, work, home. Like, when I say get some fresh breeze, I take a little dip in the bay, do a little hike or something. Every day is just this grind, man. This office, my eyes glued to this computer. Like, when I get so boring, you know what? Let me take my lunch and go on a little walk to clear my mind, see? There was a time people had to beg me to come inside them. Too much outside was never enough for me. I need to do a little better, man. Let me schedule some touch grass time, see? This is what life really about, you know. Just like that, fell back in love with nature all over again.
Thank you, Department of Environment, because as I looked at that video, I thought of mental wellness. You know, the impact of nature on pausing, taking in everything, and you can enjoy mango. And it's now mango season, right? So it's time for us to do that. Go back up in the rosy cheek land in Old Road. Get some good rosy cheeks. Not always in Nevis. We love the Emery Polly too, but the rosy cheeks were just as sweet and plentiful here in St. Kitts. Now, today, I presented to you, what is being done by the ministry, what is being done by the minister, and National Bank has joined with us for World Environment Day. but it should leave you with what your responsibility is. What's the responsibility of each and every one of us here today? And I hope, we trust, not only hope, we want to inspire you, let me say rather, that you are left with a sense of responsibility, hope, and possibility. Whatever you are doing now, we want you to recommit to it. Don't overwhelm yourself. I know it's difficult, but one action at a time that can help the environment. And you can be your own champion. Be a champion in your own home. I am aware of some families on Saturdays. It's an activity for them to collect plastic and prepare them for the place that they will drop them off. Your workplaces, today is also a day with the hashtag. I think, Mr. Nola, we need to look at, we are going to revise, let me say, what the month would look like. It will come up on the screen. Today, you can use or reuse anything, and there's a hashtag you can post. It's right there, yes, on social media. You could do that from today and throughout the entire month so that we can track what people are doing to reuse anything that they may have at home. They can decorate any material in their offices. So let's get some coming from National Bank, Mr. Galloway, on the hashtag there on the screen. You can also talk to your children. Much is made about what children learn in school. They are learning these things in school. And I am aware that the Department of Environment has been on many school visits. So go with the message. Miss Joseph, I'm going to call you out here because your constituency empowerment and you have many officers who can help to take the message so that they can take the message in the communities of things that they can do. So, and remember what we said about children, what we learned, I'm paraphrasing, a child shall lead. Okay? So, this brings us to the end. The next activity, I'm not seeing so well here, so maybe I have to move. My apologies. Yes, on the 10th, the community cleanup, and specifically at Spooner's Cotton Ginnery. That's one of our heritage little sites there. And we have the Forest Dash at the Wingfield Estates under the remit of the Department of Environment. That sounds like a fitness exercise. There, Mr. Galloway, bring your team. We are going to be nudging the bank along. June 15th, we have Climate Action Hopscotch Painting at the St. Paul's Primary School. On the 16th, we have ministerial radio interviews that goes to a different audience to let them know what's happening. And Solid Waste Management Corporation has opened their global garbage mandate at the landfill. You know, in growing up, I'm sure some of you who, in growing up, you know, people used to sort of say, no, that's the garbage man, but they're equally important to what you're doing in an office or anywhere else. So we have to spread that word. You also have on the 19th of June, the Green Expo. And this is, I think, the first or the second, the second one. And it will be on the Royal Bastille Valley National Park. And we're looking to promote green businesses. I mean, it may sound a little abstract to our citizens still, but do encourage them to come and to see what the possibilities are and what falls under the umbrella of green businesses. And of course, there's a Twinning with Music Festival where the officers from the Solid Waste Corporation and some young persons will be observing how garbage is disposed of and collecting data there. And that certainly will help to inform the way forward in whatever way. So that's a look, and you can find them on our Facebook pages at the Department of Environment, the ministry, and Instagram. Yes. Hold on. Yes. Now, when I started, I have to tell you, I was hot. And I totally missed the national anthem. So we are going to pivot now, and we are going to stand for our national anthem in honor of our environmental stewardship and end with that. Following that, we are going to remain for some official photos. Miss Denola Laplace would give us direction on that. So let us stand in honor of our country. And that is the signal to make our commitment to improving our environmental stewardship.
O land of beauty, our country where peace abounds, thy children stand free on the strength of will and love, with good in all schools, Saint Kitts and Nevis. A nation bound together with a common destiny. As stalwarts we stand for justice and liberty, with wisdom and truth. We will serve and honor thee. No sword nor spear can conquer, for God will sure defend. His blessing shall forever to posterity extend.
For St. Kitts and Nevis, thank you very much. And Miss Laplace would direct you to the picture taking.